All right, thanks for joining me today. This Thanksgiving weekend, I know it's pretty sparse, at least in my virtual office. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips. Lift up through those legs, engage the inner thighs, lift the rib cage off the waist, leave a lot of room to engage the core, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Lift the chin, get the back of the head right over the back of the spine, perfectly balanced. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Big exhale. Really nice. Let's start our warm-up with our theme today is glutes and hamstrings. So we'll be doing a lot of heavy work along the back of our legs. Let's start in a squat position for our warm-up. We're going to stay in the squat the whole time. Step back, lunge, step back into the squat. Step back with the other leg, lunge, keeping the squat. Lunge and squat. Lunge and squat. Nice job. Lunge and squat. Lunge and squat. Constant tension here. Squat. Lunge and squat. 4, 3. You should be feeling those glutes and those quads right now. 2 and 1. Rise it up, shake it out. Stepping into a wide second position. We are going to do some plie variations. Arms out in second position for balance. Coming down into this plie, strong core, straight up from the hips, shoulders, top of the head. Rise up on your toes into an elevate. Rise up, plie, heels down. Lift the heels, rise up, plie, heels down. So keep going through this motion. Lift, rise, plie, and down. You can always leave your feet on the floor throughout the movement. If you're not quite there with the elevate yet, lift, rise, plie, and down. Holding on to that strong core. We want that head and shoulders to continue to go straight up to the sky, not bowing forward at the waist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down here, lift the heels, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Feel that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise it up. Good job. Shake it out. That's a lot of intensity for just our warm-up moves. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer now. Let's pick up our weights and get ready for our arm series. Let's start with our triceps. So roll your shoulders back. We're gonna lift those arms up overhead. Think about dropping the weights toward your shoulders. That will keep your elbows aligned, your hands aligned. Try not to let those elbows flare out to the side, keeping them straight up into the sky. The higher up the elbows are, the more the work will be in the triceps. And this should start out fairly easy, but you should feel the work kicking in pretty quickly. Back and back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay back, push back, 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 keeping that nice 90-degree angle with the elbows. Pushing those arms back, keeping the elbows toward the center of the body. Feel like you're trying to get them to meet in front of your head and stay that way for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep it going. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You should really be feeling it now for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Nice, good intensity there. Let's do some bicep curls with an alternating hamstring kick. So as I said, we'll be working on our hamstrings here. So let's start by bringing that heel up to the glute, starting to warm up those hamstrings while we work on our upper body here in our arm series. Just a full range bicep curl for 4, 3, 2, 1. Change your hands, hammer curl. So palms are facing one another. We're just changing this out a little. Shoulders away from the ears. You don't have to do the kick if you're not into it right now. We've got plenty of time to work our legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. So palms come down to face the thigh. This one is definitely more challenging. We've got our lighter weights here. It helps us keep up our reps. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your feet, palms up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Strong core, tall spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hammer pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Nice job. Pulse, 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 pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms down. Palms down. Pressing those palms toward the floor. Keep it up. We're almost done. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Shake it out. Let's come into our fly. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart, a little soft bend of the knee, hinging from the hip. Nice long spine, no booty up, no booty tucked. Roll the shoulder blades back, flying those arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top. Lots of work happening in the back here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice job. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms in the center. We're going to alternate sides. So really get a good range of motion. I'm taking this nice and slow. Shoulders stay parallel to the floor. So feel your core engage to keep that shoulder from opening to the side. That's a totally different exercise. Squeezing at the top. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both arms up. We're gonna pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Roll those shoulders. Get a little tension out of your arms. We're gonna come to our shoulders now. We're gonna do our TIY. So set your posture, roll the shoulder blades back, very tucked back into those back pockets, coming into a T, lifting up into an I, and opening up into a Y. So side lift, palms down, front lift, palms facing one another, and then rotate through this Y. T, I, Y, and we're taking this nice and slow. We want to warm up those rotator cuffs. Make sure that they are super lubricated. Y, T, I, Y. Great job. T, I, Y, big open. T, I. And as you lift those arms, the shoulder blades are going down. The shoulders are staying away from the ears. And hopefully you are starting to feel this work happen. I definitely am. I and Y. 2 more sets. I and Y. Last set like this. Holding onto the core, especially in that I and that Y. We're not getting a back bend in the lower back because the lower core is protecting it. Arms out to your T for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up to your I. We're going to come halfway down for 8, 7, 6, strong core, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms down, coming to our Y to finish out the series. Y, rotate to the center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, strong core, no swaying, 2, and 1. Set it down. Let's finish out those shoulders with our swan arms. We're gonna go 8 front, 8 back with 1 foot in front in our third position, and then 8 front, 8 backs with the other foot. So one heel is in the arch of the other foot, rising up onto our toes, walk those feet together, and little steps here in our susu. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch feet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights to the side. Let's get into our bar series. So get your chair or wall or banister or whatever you're using for your bar. We're going to start by facing it. we are going to do a one-legged squat. I'm going to put a ball between behind my knee of my non-working leg. You can put a rolled up towel or a throw pillow there, or just have your leg held in place. Trying to keep some tension on this hamstring by pushing the glute up into, pushing the heel up into the glute. Sit back into this one-legged squat. Sitting back. So trying to keep this knee above the ankle, not letting it go beyond the toes. Reaching this back leg back to help you get the glute behind you. Feeling the stabilizer muscles here in your quad and your inner thigh, protecting this knee so that it's not trying to fall toward the center of your body. Think about even pressing it outward. Your knee doesn't really go outward, or at least it really shouldn't. So think about pressing it out. You're not going to harm your alignment, but you are going to protect it from falling to the inside. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That glute should be singing. Back here, hold pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. That glute should really be feeling it. So let's work the other glute. Tuck that ball, towel or pillow behind your knee, or just squeeze your heel towards your glute. Sitting back, thinking about almost pressing that knee out to maintain the alignment. Bringing your focus there to this pressing of the knee out will actually also bring the work more into that glute. Bringing that, that floating leg back behind you. Nice job. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. We pulse, pulse, pulse. Knee out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Great job. Shake it out. If you have a ball, towel, or throw pillow, we're going to use that. Otherwise, we're just going to be standing here, knees aligned, kicking that heel up toward the glute, hamstring kicks. Kick, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's just a tiny movement. Our body is otherwise aligned. Thinking about your posture. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Doesn't feel like much to start, but it builds. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back. On this push back, you're really working with the core. We're not letting that back arch. No movement in the upper body. Push back. So strong core engagement to keep that spine protected and long. For 4, push back. Squeeze 3, push back. Squeeze 2, squeeze 1, push back. Now just bring that heel as close to the glute as you can get it. Hold, hold, hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Wiggle out some tension. And let's go to the other side. Tall posture, hands resting on your bar. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's start by really activating this hamstring. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feeling our spinal alignment. Nice, gentle, natural curve in the lower spine, but no exaggerated sway back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back. So really engage the core, feel the glute lifting this leg behind you. Back, squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back. Nice job. Squeeze, push back. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Static, hold, hold, hold. For 8, 7, 6, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that ball or pillow or towel aside. And we're gonna make a little room for ourselves. We're gonna be coming into a rear lunge variation here. So we're gonna, feet are hip distance apart. We're gonna come into more of a yoga crescent lunge where the back leg is straight. You can have your hands in front of you or arms out in second position. Actually, either hands in front or arms up in 5th position. We're going to lift the front heel, set it down, and then putting all the weight on that front leg, lift the back. Lift the front heel, lift the back leg. Lift and back. Lift and back. So staying in this lunge the whole time. Lots of work in that quad and that glute. Nice alignment of the spine. Oh, losing my balance. Lift and lift and front. Lift and reach. Lift and reach for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here and we pulse, pulse, pulse that front leg, pulse, pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5. Feel the glute. 3, 2, 1. Step up. Roll the ankle on that standing foot. And let's come over to the other side. Set yourself up in your crescent lunge. Hands in front or up top. Lift the heel, hinge back. Lift and hinge. Lift and hinge. Lift and hinge. Constant tension on that standing quad. If arms are up, shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And pulse, 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 pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Coming back to our bar. It would be helpful if you have your paper plate or glider or a towel, if that will rotate on your floor. We're going to face the bar. I have the glider under my left foot or my paper plate, lifting that back leg, that right leg into an arabesque. So we've got this nice alignment here, head to hips, and then lifting this leg. We're going to open to the side, bring it to the back. Open to the side, going to face the bar again. Open and close. Lots of work happening here to hold that leg in place, trying to keep it the same height in the air, and that does not have to be high. It's all about the control, not the elevation. Open, face the bar. Open, face the bar. Nice job. Open, face the bar for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I'm definitely feeling it. 2, and 1. Open to the side, pulse that leg up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Woo, heavy work today. Glider under the other foot. Other leg extended. Open to the side, face the bar. Open to the side, face the bar. So when we open to the side, we want this leg to be in turnout. Top of the foot is facing up to the ceiling. To feel the rotation of that leg in the hip. Knee is facing up. Foot is facing up. Open for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here, stay in this rotation. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Very intense. Putting our bar to the side, let's come to the floor to do our core work. Grab your mat. If you have a ball, towel, or pillow, keep that near you. So we will use it a couple of times. We're gonna start with a glute bridge. Let's take advantage of those glutes being still activated. You can put something between your thighs to grip, or you can just walk your feet together. Palms down on the mat, tuck the shoulder blades under to open the chest. Push up to a bridge. Coming down to hover above the mat, but not rest on it. Squeeze the thighs on the way up. Squeeze them, lots of work happening here. 4, 3, 2, stay up here and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stay up here. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to full range. Hover and lift. Hover and lift. Almost done with this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Ooh, that was a lot. All right, coming more to a full core work. We're gonna do a tuck and a pike. So palms can be planted on the mat, or you can bring your thumbs underneath your glutes for a little bit of support and leverage there, extending your legs. We're gonna start with a tuck. So head and bring that chin up to meet. And then we're gonna press up into a pike. Tuck, lift the head and shoulders, press those hips into the air for a pike. Tuck and pike. Tuck and pike. You don't have to lift your head and shoulders in the tuck. They can stay on the mat if that's putting strain on your neck. And pike. For the pike, we're trying to lift the legs straight up into the air rather than bring them back over the head. That's more work for the core and the muscles, less work with physics and momentum. Tuck and pike. Tuck and pike. 4 more. 4 and pike. 3 and pike. 2 and pike. Last one. Pike up, hold those legs there. Pulse, 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 just a little crunch, crunch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down, arms behind. Let's do a little pencil stretch. Big reach behind, pointing the toes to lengthen the legs. And coming into a modified plank. We're going to do a modified version of up, up, down, down. So we're going to be on our knees for this plank. Elbows are right underneath our shoulders. Hands are planted. Hands are going to stay planted throughout this movement. Press up with the left arm, up with the right, down with the right, down with the left. Right, left, left, right. Left, right. So you get the picture, alternating. Palms staying planted. You do want to make sure your elbows stay right underneath your knees. Not letting that booty pop up in the air. If you want to make it a little harder, you can lift your feet up off the mat. So you just have a limited point of contact with the floor. Working to keep that alignment from knee to hip to shoulder throughout this movement. Also bringing some work into our triceps. But you should definitely feel this in your core. 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming down, you can stay on your knees or you can tuck your toes under for our hold in this plank. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into a child's pose. Take a little rest. Pushing the glutes back behind you. Stretching the shoulders. Nice. Coming back to lay on the mat. We're going to do some more hamstring work. So palms down, shoulder blades tucked, chest open, pushing up into the bridge. So this is familiar. We're going to step out, step out, step in, other side, out, out, in, keeping those hips up in the air the whole time. Out, out, in. So you should really be feeling this work in that hamstring along the back of the thigh, keeping the hips as lifted as you can throughout this whole movement. Out, in, and in. Out, out, in, for 8, 7, 6, 5. Challenge yourself with how far you're stepping out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step out. Hold this modified bridge. Hold it, hold it. Squeeze those hamstrings. Feel them engaging. Draw your inner thighs together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Rock the knees side to side. Legs up in the air. Again, you can put your thumbs underneath your glutes. If you would like, we're going to windshield wiper, or you can bring your arms out into a T for more stability. We're going to windshield wiper to one leg, to one side, lift over to the other. Dropping those legs to one side. I got to scoot over a little. Keeping the shoulders, both shoulders in contact with the floor at all times, using the core to get that nice twist and then lift yourself back into alignment. So think about dropping and then lifting rather than hitting the side and then bouncing back up. It is a lift, not a bounce. Lift and side, lift and side. Nice job. Lift and side, lift and side. 4 more. Side and lift. 3 more. Side and lift. 2 more. Side and lift. Side and lift. Bend the knees. Drop them to hover on one side and then reach through to the other side for a crunch. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, crunch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees. You can rock a little side to side. Let's finish here on our side. Coming to lay on your side. We're going to have our head up in our hand, resting on the hand, top hand either on the mat or on the hip. We're gonna lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg down, down, up, up, down, down. Feel your oblique working to lift that top leg. So work to feel that core engagement. There's some work in the leg here, especially in the inner thigh. There is also core work that's balancing you, keeping that hip parallel to the wall and lifting that leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that top leg, bottom leg up, 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 up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Rolling to the other side. We are almost done. This is our last exercise before our stretch. You can do it. Align your body. Straight line, shoulder, knee, shoulder, hip, knee, leg. Choose the position of your top hand. Up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Squeezing that core to maintain your balance and to lift that top leg. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Nice job. Up, up, down, down. Definitely earning that extra piece of pie here. Almost done. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that top leg, lift the bottom leg up to meet for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. You made it. I'm gonna fold my mat to cushion my knees a little bit. Coming to kneel here. Hands on hips. Put one leg way in front of you, way more than 90 degrees. Push the hips forward. Get a nice stretch on the hip flexor, this front part of the leg, right where the leg meets the hip. Clasp your hands behind you to stretch the chest and shoulders, pressing the shoulders away from the ears, letting those hips float forward. Feel that good stretch. Bring a fist on either side of that foot. You can keep your knee down behind you to get a good stretch in the glute, or you can tuck your toes under and come up into a lunge. But the goal here is to stretch rather than to work our muscles. So stick with the variation that gives you the best stretch. Shoulders away from the ears, head reaching forward. And set that knee back down if it's not already. Pushing back, lift those toes up, stretch along the back of the leg, holding onto the toes, the mat, the ankle, whatever is comfortable. This hip of the leg that's forward, pushing it back, not letting it rotate to the front to get your maximum stretch. And rise it up. Other side, hands on hips. Step forward, push those hips forward. This time, one arm across. Stretch the shoulders and back. And other arm across. Bring those fists or hands on either side of that foot, reaching the head forward. Stretch. You can keep your knee on the mat or lift up onto those toes, whatever gives you the best stretch. Trying to rest your torso on that thigh. Drop the knee, pressing back, last move. Hip pushing back behind you to prevent swiveling. Good stretch in the calf and the hamstring here. And now, standing up, feet wide in your second position. Slowly roll up, head last. No head rush. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into your plie. Inhale up. Exhale. One last super big breath. Moment of Zen before we head into holiday craziness. Gentlemen, take your bow. Ladies, take your curtsy. Thank you for joining me. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Hopefully I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.